Morning and cheers. You can tell I'm just enjoying my little morning cup of tea as I shoot this. May I? I said I was going to do it on the Friday, but I'm here to do the video on the fixtures today. It's a little bit later than planned, but I went to the first day of Armed Forces, more so the parade, so I was out till fairly mid-evening, so I got back and just chilled out. So I thought I'd do the video as was big this morning. And like I said, the fixture list came out last week, and some interesting fixtures, shall we say. And there's one fixture, obviously, for a certain thing, which I'll give you the news roundup. I'll give you that as of Sunday, so look out for that. That'll cover all news that's coming from around the club. That comes on Sunday. In the meantime, the fixtures are as follows. I'll take you through the first month. I'll then take you through the Christmas fixtures, and I will also take you through the final five as well. So the Mariners start their campaign on the 2nd of August at home to Crawley Town. So I believe Gav is still there, Gav Holohan, so that'll be a return for Gav, I think, to Blundell Park for the first time since he left. So it will be nice to see Gav again. I believe he's still at Crawley. He's one that wasn't let go. And then Harrogate, the first away trip. And then Newport County will be at home on the 16th. This one surprised me. On the 19th, which is Tuesday the 19th, we head to Walsall. It's not necessarily I can't remember, apart from the cup games, when we beat them in '98. Is that an omen? During the trophy success, I can't remember last time we played Walsall on an evening, but we do. We play them the first Tuesday night game will be at Walsall. So some fans probably will be disappointed by that, really. Accrington, and we finished the first month at home to Bristol Rovers. That's similar to what we had last year, really. Two relegated sides, two near relegated sides, and Walsall. So a good mix. Going to be a challenge, obviously with Darryl Clark back at Bristol Rovers, he's going to feel. I think that's a decent start for us, really. A good mix in there. Then what we'll do, we'll move to the Christmas fixtures. This season, we're going to be playing the same team 3 times. And I'll explain that in a minute. In fact, I'll explain it now. We also got Drew in the first round of the League Cup at home to Shrewsbury. That happens the week commencing the 11th. So obviously ticket information will be available as and when, we'll say. So it's Shrewsbury in the League Cup, and the reason why I mention that now is because we played them twice in December. We go to Shrewsbury on the 9th of December, host Notts County on the 13th. My God, that's going to be cold. We go to Bromley on the 20th, and the three, what I class as Christmas fixtures, are Oldham at home, Shrewsbury at home. That'll be our second meeting, third meeting with them. Shrewsbury at home on the 29th, as well as the 9th of December. So, I think we're going to get quite well acquainted with Shrewsbury over this season, I think. So, again, I don't think that's a bad December. Obviously, just to top off the Christmas fixtures, and I'll say this: it's away to Fleetwood, and away when we play on a Sunday against Cambridge on the 4th of January. When was the last time we played on a Sunday? Been a while since we did that as well. So if you look at those sort of holiday fixtures, it's a long trip for town fans to make on New Year's Day, heading towards the Cod Army, obviously the Blackpool area. Wow, that's a long trip to make on New Year's Day. Credit to anybody that travels on New Year's Day, but there we go. But overall, for the ones in December, home games, I'm looking forward obviously towards the Notts County game, and Oldham at home. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having Oldham back in League Two. That really is going to be a bit of a tussle, but there's some real good games during this season, to be completely honest. And if we look at, the final six, I'm going to take you through April going into May, and it starts on Friday the 3rd of April. Harrogate Town at home, Crawley away on the 6th of April, Crewe at home on the 11th, Gillingham away on the 18th. We've actually got Gillingham on a Saturday for a change, and Swindon in Holloway, Swindon on the 25th, before we finish with an away trip to Tranmere. And tough fixtures, really are tough fixtures, and some good fixtures in there though. From the Grimsby mug. All I can say is, obviously, if you want to see the fixtures, you can see them like I'm looking on the club website. You can also obviously tag them to your calendar, so you can always keep up to date with when a fixture is. A little thing it says down here about the Sky Sports TV selections. Like I said, they're into the second season of a 5-year deal, and Town just simply put out in the same saying, as with last season, following the launch of the new broadcast deal with Sky Sports, by Thursday the 3rd of July, all matches selected for broadcast for the period to the end of September will be announced. And before a ball is kicked next season, all TV selections will be confirmed for the period up to the FA Cup third round on the weekend of the 10th of January. We will advise fans on any potential changes as and when we know. Further details, including TV selections, notice period for later in the season, is available at EFL.com. Like we said, because last year we had Notts County be changed to a Thursday night, which I know a lot of fans were not happy about. The only thing I'll give this favour on is that it's not just being dropped on us. We'll know weeks in advance. I understand why people don't want to make full arrangements, but I would say you've got to make arrangements as though look at the fixtures. What looks like it more likely might be televised. The evening games will be televised. Probably games on, probably changed to a Tuesday or a Thursday. But you will know in enough time to be able to make arrangements. But, just think about what games. And I think it'll also depend on, the trophy games are going to be put on there. The opening game of the season is going to be on there. Plus, if we're doing well, a big game top of the table may be put on there. Might get changed, so I think, but we will know, I think we've got to know within about 6 weeks of it. So, whereas before we were known a week before, now we're going to be told, we've got to be told, about 6 to 8 weeks in advance. So, it's, I understand the uproar that some fans had last season, but I also think it's a good thing, especially for some fans, when you've got maybe trips like Barnet, or you've got trips like Fleetwood on New Year's Day, or Swindon, or Gillingham, or it's going to be a long travel season for the fans. So really, the Sky deal could probably come in some fans' favour this year, actually, with early kickoffs and things like that. But because of the distance, obviously we'll still be followed by thousands and a good few hundred for a lot of away games. So it's not that, but I think for fans like myself and others, I think it will probably help having the streaming service, like for when we go to MK, or we go to Barnet, or we go to Barrow, or we go, to know there's a possibility that they could be on TV. But in the meantime, that is the fixtures. Like I said, you can get the lowdown on the website. You've probably also all tagged them into your calendars as they go down there. But one final thing on the final game of the season, away at Tranmere. Can we win the league in the Wirral? Here's hoping, but but that'd be good, wouldn't it? Liverpool won the league last season. Can we win the league in the vicinity, shall we say? I think that could be an electric atmosphere on the last day, especially if we are in and around it. Like, can you imagine going to Tranmere and either worst trying to guarantee a playoff place, or even more so, imagine possibly promotion, who knows, on the 2nd. Obviously it ends earlier with it being a World Cup year, but like I said, there's some good games, there's some long journeys, but I think it's going to be a tough but enjoyable season. I'm sure that the fans are looking forward to plotting their route for the season ahead with the Mariners. I'm going to try and get to as many away games as I possibly can. It might be trickier this year, but I'm going to try and get to as many away games as I possibly can. And just finally, obviously the Virtue Trophy draw was done earlier that same day on the Thursday, and we haven't got Leicester and we haven't got Manchester City for a change. We've got Everton under 21s in Group C of the Northern section. So that's us, Bradford City, Doncaster Rovers, and Everton under 21s. I don't like the format. I don't like the fact that academy teams are in there. I have made a vow that if an under 21s team ever does win the competition, I will never go to a Virtue Trophy game again. I know there's a lot of fans that won't go anyway. But that, I've always said that's one of my vows, that if an under 21s team do ever win, I'll never go to a EFL Trophy game again, because I don't agree with it. But unfortunately, we have to roll with the punches. I know the club's not happy with that. I know fans aren't happy with having academy teams in it, but that's the way it goes. And this season it's Everton. At least it's a change, and that'll be over sort of September through to October, the group phase, where we'll have two of them at home. We know one of them is going to be Everton. It's just whether it be Bradford or whether it be Doncaster, but not too heavy a trip either way. So that's good. Like I said, Shrewsbury in the League Cup. Some people say, the League Cup's not important. I think with our losses last year, you can tell that I even said to a guy that just a couple of round run in the League Cup would give us a bit of money in the coppers, and let's try and get a little bit of a cup run as well. But obviously, we want to focus on the bread and butter of the league. It's going to be a long season travel wise. It's going to be an enjoyable season. It's going to be ups, downs, in the middles, and all sorts in between. But we do it because we love our club, and the Mariners are our club, and what a season it should be. I'm looking forward, hopefully, to seeing Gav Holohan back on the opening day. It's always nice to see Gav. Always, as a fan base, we all love Mr. Holohan, and just hope on that opening day that we were able to do the business against his side. So we shall see. Like I said, not many derbies around this year. Really, you class Harrogate as a derby of some sort. Notts County be classed as the main derby, I think. But whether you can really class Notts as a derby, I don't really, because you probably class it as a cross border, but to me it's not. It's but that's one of the closest journeys that we've got this year. So my thoughts are tough. Tough but fun, shall we say? All the anguish and all the joy, and all the annoyance of a full Football League campaign comes back in literally about 6 weeks between now and the start. Well, actually, no, it's less than 5 weeks Pre-season starts next weekend, as in fixtures. We play Clee next Saturday. So it's starting to go and start to really get real. Leave me your thoughts down below on the fixtures. What's a couple of standout fixtures that you're looking forward to after these first couple of days of the fixtures being released? What's a real standout fixture for you this year? And what are your hopes for the season? And I know a lot of fans will want, obviously, us to mainly focus on the league, but I won't mind a cup run as well. Birmingham did one, so I don't see why we can't do that as well. But I just want to see Town play as much as we can, and at least get through a couple of rounds of cup competition for a little bit of moolah. Let's put it that way. But let me know your standout fixtures for the season, your thoughts on Shrewsbury Town, your thoughts on the Virtue Trophy. John, at least, like I said, it's a different academy side this year. And let me know down below what you guys think, and I will be back on Sunday with a GTFC summer special for going through the week's news. Obviously, in that we've got a departure to speak of. Another female has tied up her future with the Mariners, and a few other bits and bobs coming on Sunday. So do keep an eye out for that. Hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button. That will let you know when I upload that video. In the meantime, guys, leave your comments down below on the fixtures for the upcoming season, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll have to start getting plans for pre-season and getting a few games there. In the meantime, I'll see you soon, and up the Mariners. And I think this heat is getting a bit to me. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one. In the meantime, up the Mariners. It's getting closer. Ta-da.